Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave, and today we're going to be taking a look at BananaWaffles's Control Shaman. Control Shaman has had a bit of a buff this expansion, most notably in the form of powerful board clears like Hagatha's Scheme, but also in a bunch of powerful high top-end cards in Swamp Queen Hagatha, but most importantly Walking Fountain. I think Walking Fountain is kind of a bit of an unassuming common, but has definitely been one of the most powerful cards to come out of the latest expansion. Huge 4/8 body, lifesteal, and rush, so you're going to be able to get back into the game if you're just behind on life totals. You're going to be able to trade into minions, Wind Fury as well, so you can potentially trade into two things, gain 8 life. It's just an absolutely immense play. And I think it really sets up that kind of late game that you'd want to have in Control Shaman, where you can very quickly turn the corner and start presenting some threats to your opponent. BananaWaffles, I think, has gone for a really interesting lineup of spells and minions in the early game. We've got a couple of typical things. We've got Sludge Slurpers, Menacing Nimbi, some cool one-ofs, one of Bog Slosher, one of MC Tech, one of BGH, even a one of Safeguard, one of Giggling Inventor. But we've also got some cool spell options. We've got one Earth Shock, one Lightning Bolt for a bit of flexibility, just the one Lightning Storm to go with our two Hagatha's Schemes. And we've also got both of the hexes in here, which I think is definitely necessary right now with so many mountain giants floating around. But I think it's really interesting to consider why there's only one Lightning Storm and two Hagatha's Schemes in here. Seems like this is a bit more of a minion-heavy Control Shaman deck rather than the spell-heavy Control Shaman decks that we were playing previously. So rather than us wanting to just make sure we have a board clear every single time, destroy all our opponent's minions, possibly get even more like Doomsayers in here. Instead, I think we want to be on board and we want to be trading with our opponent's minions, or at least making them trade into our minions. And once they've committed a bit more to the board, then we hit them with our sweepers. So we're trying to make our sweepers a bit more effective in this deck, rather than just having more sweepers. And that's going to hopefully get us to the late game. We've got two Witch's Brews in here as well, in case we need that extra healing. And that's what I really like. I think the other control decks in the format aren't playing enough healing to get away with a really long, protracted game like Control Shaman does. I think they need to play a bit more of a tempo-y kind of style. Either way, it's pretty straightforward. We've also got Archivist Elysiana in here in case the games do go long. I will say that I'm kind of not a fan of this card. We're taking a look at some of the statistics from HS Replays. Once again, if you are ever interested in getting HS Replays Premium, which I do recommend, you can use my affiliate link in the my refer a friend link in the description. But it does mention that Archivist Elysiana has both our lowest draw win rate and one of our lowest played win rate cards, meaning that I think the situation where you play it to avoid fatigue or to win in the fatigue game isn't coming up often enough to justify her slot in the deck. But I mean, that's why we play the deck as is, to try and learn these things. So even if we do lose all of these games, at least we're going to be learning a bit about the archetype and about how this Control Shaman deck plays. And we're also going to be able to see how good this Archivist Elysiana is, and how good this kind of game plan of going a bit lighter on the board clears goes. So without further ado, oh, we should also mention this is a Shuttlewalk deck. Yeah, that's why we've got all the battle cries. Let's go. Okay, here we are with BananaWaffles's Control Shaman. Taking a look at the mulligans here, it looks like we're looking for Hagatha's Scheme, Hagatha herself, Earth Shock, Sludge Slurper, Storm Chaser, Hex, Menacing Nimbus, Lightning Bolt, Ziliax. Yeah. Question is, do we want to keep Hagatha's Scheme and Ziliax? I think no. Especially when we've got Acidic Swamp Oozes and Menacing Nimbi, Sludge Slurpers, this kind of stuff. I think we want to have some plays in the early game. Like we were saying, we want to be making our opponent commit a little bit more so that we can get a lot of value out of our sweepers. I guess the ideal situation would be, our opponent committing, their Hench Clan thugs and those other kind of chunky three mana minions.
The calm before the storm.
Pretty wild. We've been seeing Giggling Inventor come back. after the big nerf. For those of you who don't know, this card used to be a 5 mana card, which is pretty bananas. In fact, with all the people talking about how Ziliax, how ubiquitous Ziliax is, and it might need a nerf, I mean, honestly, maybe it's the same situation where everyone's playing it, so got to get rid of it. Although Giggling Inventor was particularly obnoxious with Quest Rogue at that time.
Choose soon.
Kanozor, it's actually a really good pickup. Though we don't have too many elementals to go with it, so we might want to keep that in mind. I don't think our opponent's going to predict an Arcanozor, particularly if we bust it out after we scheme.
Take shelter.
Opponent not using the dagger, maybe holding up for the Hench Clan Thug for this turn. Backstab SI7. Backstab Raiding Party. Okay. Opponent's pretty well set up. But they haven't really done any work on our life total, which I think is the most important thing. It is tempting to actually go for the Sludge Slurper here, just because that overload is going to mess with us a fair bit. I think we do kind of want to be going 6, 7, 8. The pick is out. Jimbo De Niro, happy Friday all. Happy Friday to you, Jimbo. We are playing some of BananaWaffles's Control Shaman, which I'm very excited to do. Yeah, we're just going to go for it. Kind of feels like we might be Hagatha's scheming next turn. We might be able to help coax our opponent into committing a bit more to this board. Looks very control. Yeah, it's interesting because, as we explained in the introduction, this list is only playing the 2 Hagatha schemes and the 1 Lightning Storm. So it's committing a lot less to these board clears. No Doomsayers or anything like that either. So it's committing a bit less to these board clears. So it's playing a bit more of a minion-heavy, kind of trade-focused early game, which I really like. I think especially Twilight Drake is a great tool for that. That's what they're going to do. They're going to trade here. Does this pick go face or Twilight Drake? It does go face. Would love a Storm Chase right now.
Choose soon.
Maybe a Bog Slosher. Bog Slosher could be cool. Slosh up a Slurper. It's just Eviscerate Face. Is that the other one? Yeah. Alright. Big regretties from us, not oh my gosh. Alright. Alright. Sludge Slurper. Taunt. Oh, jeez. To go for it? Yeah. I guess this is only really bad if we really needed to go for Giggling Inventor as opposed to Safeguard, which admittedly Giggling Inventor is better against Sap. Yeah, alright. Dagger up, 2 more.
Say the magic work.
Alright, let's see if they have the sap. And the Leroy. They've used both Eviscerates and a Life Drinker. Still plenty of resources.
Oh, up to no good.
Good play. I think we will gain 8 life though. That's really where I am right now. Set up lethal as well. Pretty happy with that. Was thinking we might have to hex something just to get another taunt out, like hex one of our totems. Still not completely out of the woods here though. Opponent could have like Leroy Deadly Poison. No, they're 1 mana short. Prep Deadly Poison, that gets us. Yep. No, but that's only it's only 12. Nice. Thanks, friend. So interesting. I think a bit risky with us playing that Sludge Slurper on turn 5, knowing that we probably needed to land one of those taunts in order to stabilize in the game. Maybe it was worth it. Maybe it was a bit too risky. Let you decide. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Alright, here we are with the Control Shaman. Got our Menacing Nimbus. I think we'll keep that. We do have a question here. This episode's question comes from XX, Phantom Kitty XX. They say that they love Elemental Core. Glad to see you play his deck. That was on our Elemental Core Legend Mech Hunter video. And that was a sweet deck. And yeah, we love checking out Elemental Core 100. Certainly one of our favorite content creators. A really interesting deck builder. They usually have really cool takes, and honestly, that Mech Hunter deck was a perfect example of just a really good take on a existing archetype.
Friend.
Yeah, we'll slurp the Gurt. Opponent wants to dagger up, that's fine. If we had gotten like the Rush Lackey or the Evolve Lackey, it would have sucked a little bit. We might have been pressured to coin this Nimbus, but we can just go for this Lackey. Discover something tasty. Lightning Bolt or Zap? I guess we already have a Bolt, so we'll go for a Zap. But having both of these Hagatha schemes means we can be pretty
Halt! Who goes there?
pretty liberal with their usage.
The calm before the storm.
Just kill it. Bolt zap it. Not sure how I feel about that. I mean, it doesn't seem like we would be doing much next turn anyway. So the overload I'm not too concerned about. Like, we're probably just going to Totemic Call anyway. Get the pick. If we could just get that Swamp Ooze off the top. Just a bit of a Swamp Ooze off the top. Let me just...
Blood and plunder.
just get a Swampers just off the top, please. Please, if you could. It wasn't a real phone, so... And really interesting that everyone is going face with these picks. All these rogues are going face very often. I'm not sure if that's just the way that you have to play this deck. Possibly something worth keeping in mind if we do end up playing some Tempo-Rogi style decks.
Double time and
Double bang. Done. Dang it. Do kind of want to coin out this walking fountain.
From nothing.
Came in teeth. I like this card back. What card back is that?
Oh, up to no good. Me too.
So we really don't want to overload anything this turn.
Pay attention, class.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Dang it. Van Cleef, huh? Pretty good guy.
Oh, up to no good. Me too.
Blood and plunder.
Trading's good. Oof. Tasty. Still pretty low. Real low. Hopefully our opponent plays some lackeys and stuff and we can get that big 8 heal. They're down both picks too, right? Oh, all these spells. Don't fill me with confidence. We got 4 life. Still 4. That's a really efficient use. Come on. Play another lackey. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah. Ooh, trading. Or are you just buffing it? Ooh. Ooh.
Taste the mana.
Mmm. Tasty, tasty. Mmm. 20 life. It's a good place. A great place to be. If you're planning a destination holiday, come to Walking Fountain.
I'm out of cards.
The Wind Fury City.
So many options.
Unfortunately, we don't have anything to go get with this Storm Chaser, as we have played both of our schemes. There are no toads in this deck. No way they can leave this Walking Fountain in play, right?
Choose soon.
This has to eat a sap or something. This dagger? This trade, of course.
Flesh fails.
Try crystals.
Flesh fails.
Try crystals. I think we'll go for Twilight Drake and Azilia. Get the Drake out while they're getting good. Also, we've still got a chunky hand before we've played this coin. Crunch! Alright, friend.
Well played.
7 of the best cards. 27 health. Ziliak's in play.
Halt! Who goes there?
Ooh, planked. Yum yum yummy.
The calm before the storm.
Let's go for the Inventor here. I'm still kind of concerned that our opponent could have like a sap or something and it would make playing this Earth Elemental real bad, especially if I had 2 saps. Or another plank. GG's though. That one, not as close as the other game, but I think we came in with a pretty solid game plan. Those 2 Haggath schemes certainly did quite a lot. But we managed to kind of mitigate as much damage to ourselves as we could, so GG's. Alright, we're here with BananaWaffles's Control Shaman. Just played a couple of games with the list, and I'm pretty happy with this list. I think relying less on those Lightning Storms and Doomsayers and things like that just makes for a more interactive deck, and particularly against those, I mean, we did face off against 2 rogues. I think that's particularly important. You really want to be threatening to trade with your opponent's minions, utilizing these Menacing Nimbuses and these Sludge Slurpers, as well as some of this early game removal to just stem the bleeding, and then you can convert with some of your more end game cards. Didn't get to see any matchups where Elysiana would be good or anything like that, but I still think this is the first card that I'd look at cutting, especially if you are going to take this deck onto the ladder. If you find that you're not picking up a lot of those, Bomb Warrior matchups or anything like that, I think switching that out to something that assists you in whatever matchups you are facing, maybe like a Harrison Jones, or maybe the other Lightning Storm, or maybe it's going to be getting the extra MC tech or something in here. Who knows? But regardless, big shout out to BananaWaffles. Of course, if you are watching on YouTube, all the links are in the description, including a link over to the Hearthstone deck article. Please jump over there, give BananaWaffles a +1, and leave a lovely, thoughtful comment, like I know you will. All of my details are in the description as well, including a link over to Twitter. That's the best place to catch me, at Tommy_Wave. If you've got a sweet deck for me to check out, fire it through. But until next time, please stay safe, stay wavy, eat the rich, and bite some jaws, catch some claws. Bye-bye. I hope you enjoyed that video. Check out other ones over here, or come subscribe to the Wave Pool for more excellent times.